Oh shit. Here it is. It only took me like 2 years, but I'm finally gonna do it. I'm finally gonna make a room tour. You only ever see this part. You only ever see this part of the room in the flea market videos. I just noticed that my screens are on. That could be incriminating. I'm gonna turn that off. So yeah, let's get this room tour started. I have a song, an album playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it that well. We'll get to that in due time. For now, here's a better look of the computer, the desk setup. It's a fucking mess. I cleaned it up a little bit. Usually it's a mug. It's got some tea in it. I'm gonna take a sip. Oh, I'm so sophisticated. I got like a pick. Usually I use this cool coaster that I got from a Valhalla zine. I don't know why I still have this here. I just have a bunch of crap on here. And some cool little doodad guys. And a little rubber duck. Oh god, it's dusty as shit. I'm so sorry. I need to dust. But yeah, I got this guy at like a fair like years ago, almost like maybe 4 years ago now. But I used to put pins on him, but then I upgraded to a pin board. Now I'm not going to talk about every single one of these pins I have here, because that would take for fucking ever. But they all sort of have a story, some more interesting than others. Like this one here. Oh, we'll talk about this one. I got this at the I could just do a pin collection video, but well, I'll give you this one for free. It's a sneak preview. I went to the Best Buy the week they were doing a Smash Bros for 3DS and Wii U like preview event. So I stood in line with me and my brothers and my sister for 4 hours to play 2 minutes of Smash 4. At the time, it was worth it because it was fun. You know, we were talking with the people online about the game and stuff. It was cool. But the rest of these pins we'll have to save for another day because I don't have. I ain't got time to do a 50-minute room tour video of mostly about pins. But we can talk about this. This is a poster from Fangamer. It's a 1824 Nocturne poster. It's kind of cropped from the original art it's based off of. Hi, by the way. But I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty tasteful. It's in this kind of cheapo frame. There's a bit in the corner right there. I don't know if you can kind of see it, where it's sort of taped. In fact, that's probably what this was for. What this was for. But it looks pretty nice. I didn't really have any other place to put this poster, but I really wanted it on my wall because I like Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. So yeah. And next, this was a gift from Nate. This is Opal from The Legend of Korra. Opal, well, I like Opal a lot. She's a shining star in an otherwise mediocre show. This is me, a flattering interpretation of me with a nice chiseled jaw. And this was also a gift from Nate, where it's from one of the thumbnails I did for the flea market video, where I made a funny face, and the YouTube picked up on that, and I was like, yeah, that's a good thumbnail, and I was like, yes, it is. So I thought that was funny. That was like my Facebook profile picture for a while. And this is I don't know if you can tell, but this is like a what the fuck are those things called? The ones where it's canvas. It's a canvas board of me. This is actually a gift from my friend Tabby. Hi, Tabby. Where it was me looking at another poster that I'll show later. But she cropped it out and replaced it with the Sega Saturn, because it's kind of a meme that I'm like the #1 Sega Saturn fan and I can't shut up about it. How true that is, leave it to your own devices. Next, here's this. I just have like a pile of clothes. This is my pile of clothes. It's where I keep I separate my white clothing, because I actually have a lot of white shirts. So whenever I do washes, I make sure that they're all in the same location. It gets kind of annoying because sometimes I'll grab like a white shirt and I'll be like, oh, because I roll them up, right? So I'm like, oh, do I want the keep calm and beaker on long sleeve? No, not really. So I'll just throw it back in the pile and then it becomes a fucking mess. And this is a guitar that I have on permanent loan for my brother. This is the one I practice on. I'm told that the action is very high on this. I've since figured out what the action is, and I'm inclined to agree. It's kind of hard to play it, but that's okay. I figure, you know, make it, it'll build character and make me a better learner. And this is my sword. When I first got my job, like maybe years ago, one of the first thing, not one of the first things, but you know, something I bought very early on was a sword. Because I've always wanted one, and I got this Roman Gladius, and this is honestly one of like, I want to say it's a waste of money, but it is kind of cool too, and I didn't spend that much on it, maybe like $100, and it's a pretty decent quality sword. Oh my god, it's kind of hard to get out with just one arm, but regardless, here you go. It's like nice. It's just pretty simple. That's kind of why I liked it. That's why I like Gladius weapons in general. They're just really they just look aesthetically pleasing to me, and they're just they got like a simple design going for them. I don't know. I approve. It doesn't really get much action, you know, for better or for worse. And oh boy, this is just a poster case I haven't thrown away. I figure I'll probably need it if I ever move. I need to like pack up my posters. I'll just roll them up into that thing. And this is a spare. This is just a spare poster frame. It's just another 18 by 24 poster. The thing is that not only do I not have an 18 by 24 poster to put in there right now, but I also really don't have the wall space. This is like kind of the only space in my room that could fit it, and I need to put a guitar rack like right here. So I don't know what I'd be able to do with that. I'm probably just gonna have to give it away. And now let's go to this side of the wall. This is my acoustic foam. I don't really know how well this works. When I first started recording stuff in this room, I noticed that it was a lot more echoey than my old room. Or my old rooms, rather. Because I've moved a couple times since I started recording stuff. But ever since I put this stuff up, I've noticed that the echo isn't as harsh as it used to be. And the funny story about it is that you can kind of see the stick stuff that actually came with this foam. I tried putting up near that corner of the wall, and I couldn't take it off. And they were prone to falling off within like 10 minutes. So I had to buy these things called T-pins. And if you look really closely, you can see them just like, they just dig really deep into the wall and keep the foam in place. Another funny thing about the foam is that right here at the top, I installed them bottom up like a fucking dumbass. So I overshot it a little bit, and they're kind of creeping up against the ceiling. I don't know. Any voice people can maybe tell me if that's like a bad thing, if it's drastically affecting my audio. If so, then I'll fix it. But I just haven't ever bothered to fix it because I would have to reapply all of these T-pins, and I don't want to do that. This poster is a oh god, this video is gonna be so long. This poster is Super Mega Live. Nate took me to them. Took me to see them in Boston back in May 25th. It says, yeah, the City Winery. There's also one in DC too. This is a really fun show. I picked up the poster for like $20, and it just so happened I found a frame at the flea market that perfectly fit it. So yeah, that's cool. I still barely, if ever, watch Super Mega, but I would love to see them live again because they were really funny. And this is a Tatami Galaxy poster. I got this from a local artist. Oh fuck, and I don't remember her name. I met her at some event in Boston, and I saw this poster at her booth and was like, oh, that's a really cool design. I like that art. And I passed by it a couple of times before I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this. So I did. I bought this without even knowing what this was from. I thought these were OCs of hers, but I think I found out like maybe a week or so later that that these were from something, or I think I looked on her like website and saw that it mentioned the Tatami Galaxy, and I was like, oh, that's the Tatami Galaxy. I think I know that show. I've since then watched it, and I really liked it. Probably one of my favorites. So yeah, and these are just movies I have. I don't have a lot of movies, but these are just some of my assorted Blu-rays. You know, I got the Avatar, I got Baby Driver, Back to the Future. These are classics. Bible Black, Big O, Case Closed, Clerks, Get Out, or Ghost in the Shell. You know, all this shit. I got a couple here. I actually have the Tatami Galaxy on Blu-ray. It's a very nice case, actually. And the Twin Peaks, and I have some CDs. Most of my CDs are in my basement, but I grabbed the video game soundtracks that I have because I figured you know, I'll bring those up because those are kind of cool. These are almost all from Club Nintendo, except for the Kara Blaster one. This was from my my physical copy of Kara Blaster. It came with that. And the Moon and Antarctica is up here because I was going to give this to Nate, but he already listened to the album, so it doesn't matter. This is a vacuum hose. I left this here the last time I vacuumed my room. These are my anime books, or some of them. This is the Monogatari light novels, along with the manga, and this is my Naoki Urasawa collection of 20th century boys. These are here because there's nowhere else they can go. I have a problem with storing stuff. This is a model kit that my friend Simon gifted me years ago. Simon, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. I've never built it, but I have a whole thing of kit tools that I can use again. So I'm gonna try, I'm gonna build this fucker, alright? I'm gonna build it. I fell out of model kits like a short while after I got this, is the thing, because I would assemble them. Assembling them was obviously the fun part, and then when I would display them, they'd be cool, but then they would catch dust really quickly, or really easily, and they were just fragile enough for me to be worried about them when dusting them, you know? Like, I couldn't just use this fucking vacuum hose on them, you know? They're not like that sturdy. And that was kind of my problem with them. I still like building them, so I'd love to get back into them in some capacity. This is the box, or like the thing where I have a bunch of like controllers and wires and stuff, and whatnot, just for whatever I need on standby. It's just kind of an assortment of crap. It looks neat though, or it is neat. These are my consoles that I just sort of have hooked up alongside with this thing, the OSSC. It's something that it takes your analog signals and converts them to digital. It does it relatively lag-free. So I use it to play my old console games on my television with minimal lag. Currently I have a PS2 hooked up, a Super NT, which is an HD. It's an HD Super Nintendo clone. It emulates at the hardware level, which makes it more accurate and whatnot. And I have this thing called the FX Pack Pro. It's like a flash cart for your Super Nintendo, but it can play all sorts of. It can play pretty much every single game. Because it has a bunch of stuff in it that lets you play the more resource intensive games. You know, stuff like Star Fox and stuff. You know, they have extra chips in the carts, so you need a little extra power to play them, and that's what this thing sets out to accomplish, and it does it really well. And this is the Sega Saturn. It is Saturn-y. Something I will show off is, maybe you saw it earlier, or at least a case. In the back of the Saturn, you can... oh my god, it's kind of a pain in the ass to open. And it makes an unfortunate noise, but I assure you, she is fine. Oh man, it's kind of a pain to get out. But this is a satiator, and what this is basically the same thing as the FX Pack Pro, but for your Sega Saturn. It goes into the hardware slot in the back. It's meant. I actually don't know what this slot is for. You use it for certain games. You can kind of like insert, and there's actually a little tab you can pull out to make sure that getting this thing back out isn't as hard as it should be. But you slot that thing in here, and this guy, Professor Abrasive, figured out a way to load games from that slot. Usually that's where, I think it's not extra RAM, it's some sort of memory device. I'm not sure what. But it's also where the internal clock battery is slotted in. So very clever and cool piece of Saturn tech. And these are my Wiis. I have a black Wii and a white Wii. The white Wii is my original Wii that I got all the way back in 2006, or 2007. The reason I have two of these things is because this Wii will not play games off the disc anymore. I don't know exactly what happened to it. It just stopped reading discs one day. I assume the reason why this happened is because it used to be in a room where there was a fireplace, so I assume that maybe like soot managed to get into the disc reader. I'm not sure. That's not the first time this thing's failed on us, though. It failed on us a little while before. So it doesn't read discs anymore. That's why I got this one maybe like a couple of years ago. I got it for $25. You can kind of see it came with no cords and no controller. Matthew, I kept that on here because I thought it was funny. I was hanging out at a friend's house. And we wanted to play Guitar Hero, and Liam's Wii, I believe, it didn't work. So I asked him. It's like, well, why don't we go to Bull Moose and see? Or why don't we call Bull Moose and see? Bull Moose is like a local like entertainment store chain that we have around here. And we're like, why don't we call Bull Moose and see if maybe they have a Wii with no, and like as a bit, we were just like, make sure it has no cords and no controller, because we already had those. So I made sure, I called Bull Moose and I was like, hey, do you guys have a Nintendo Wii with no cords and no controller? And they were like, yeah, actually we got one just the other day. So we all packed our bags and went to the Bull Moose, picked it up for $25, and apparently Guitar Hero worked fine on Liam's Wii after all. I don't know why he thought it didn't work, but now I have a Wii that reads discs. So you may be asking, well, Tech, why would you have your white Wii hooked up too if it doesn't read discs? And the answer to that question is, it has a lot of Virtual Console games on it, and I need to record some footage for something that I'm doing soon. And so right now it's the Virtual Console machine. I think it even has Homebrew channel installed on it and whatnot. So, yeah, I figured I'd dig this thing up. It's kind of nostalgic. It's dirty as shit, but, you know, I guess that's part of the charm. Alright. This is all of my Epic Gamer shit and accessories. I don't have time to talk about all of them. I will pick out some certain things. Like this Archimedes, I got this from the Valve store. This was another thing from the Valhalla zine. It's like a cool little acrylic like plastic thing. It's got all the characters on it. You know, Jill. It's like a crane game. Got some Yoshis. I got Fire Emblem Echoes, the special edition. If you couldn't tell from the pins I got over there. This game was cool. I actually only just recently beat it. I bought it on launch, obviously, because I have the collector's edition and I have the Amigos, because I was really hyped about this game. And like I got to a certain part of the game and I got stuck, and I was like, I'll play this later. And I didn't pick it up again until like a month ago when I got COVID and I needed something to play. And I'd say pretty good game. Although maybe you shouldn't take the word of a guy that took literally 4 years to beat the game. But you know, whatever. These are some other Amigos I got. I have quite a few Amiibos, maybe too much. But I kind of, you know, I pick up the ones for characters that I kind of like. You know, like Solaire, a Dark Souls Amiibo, that's kind of cool. So I'll get that. This Piranha Plant Amiibo is actually, I'm not going to pick it because it's kind of like it's in a funk right now. But my brother got this one under the pretense that it would become rare and expensive. And then when he realized that it wouldn't become rare and expensive, he was like, here, take it. I was like, okay. And I got this little brain yacht. I got this at PAX when I met Vinny. Hi, Vinny. Thank you for the brain. It's very funny. And this is just some album I found at the flea market. I think I showed it off maybe in a video. It's just kind of, I didn't expect, it's a really cool, cute cover, so I have it displayed on here. The music is a little, I don't know. It's an older sounding woman than I expected. It sounds more like Joni Mitchell, and I'm not really a fan of Joni Mitchell, to be quite honest. I got some other cool toys here. You know, I got Ridley, I got the Scyther, I got some girl from Sakura Wars, I got some girl from Tsukihime or whatever. I got Dr. Mario, I got the Blue Eyes White Dragon, I got Solid Snake, I got a Yossi. Before we talk about the Yugi, I want to talk about this thing, because I made this in high school ceramics class. One day, it's missing its top. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah. One day in ceramics, in ceramic class. I was like, you know what? I want to make a genie lamp. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I start building one, right? And you know, this is like, I'm not gonna pat myself in the back or anything too much, but I will say, you know, like, it's obviously pretty amateur craftsman work, but I think, you know, this looks like a genie lamp, right? It does. So in that regard, I think it did a pretty good job. Here's the thing, though. There was a kid in my class. I believe he was some sort. I think he was some sort of special needs kid or whatever. I don't know what he had specifically, but he was really, really fucking good at ceramics. Like, he was on another fucking level. It was insane. And the next day, after I build my genie lamp, he starts building one. And his looks way fucking better than mine. Like, insanely good. It blew my fucking mind. I didn't say anything, but I'm going to assume that he saw me building mine and was like, that's cool, I want to do that too. And completely showed me up. Not that I mind that much, I just think that's kind of a funny story. This is a Yugi Moto I got at Bull Moose. I have no clue what this toy is to the greater context. He appears to be missing his Millennium Puzzle, so that's not good. It looks really cheap and shitty, and that's kind of what, it's pretty funny. That's why I got it. And I have this Muramasa sample soundtrack on top of this little Moy statue guy that my sister got from Ireland. It's a coil pot. This is actually my brother's. My brother made this one, I'm pretty sure. It's just got like thumbtacks and stuff in it, if I ever need thumbtacks. This is a art piece by Jeffrey Koval. Jeffrey Koval is one of the guys behind Everyman Hybrid, and he posted, I think, on his Instagram once that he was selling one of his books that he wrote, and whoever, like, within the next 24 hours, whoever bought the book would also get a commemorative art piece from him. And I was like, you know what? I'll support this guy. I love Everyman Hybrid, so I'll give this. I'll check out his book, and I'll get a cool art piece with it. And this art piece is really cool. So purchase, pretty good purchase. It is fucking freaking out there. I don't know if you can hear that. Pretty cool purchase. The book was okay. I don't know. Alright, it's almost 28 minutes, and the camera is going to do that thing where it decides it's going to shut off. So I'm going to stop the recording right here. I'm going to pick it back up. Alright. Let's get some more of these posters. Faith.
Mortis.
Hang on, I can do a better one.
Mortis.
This is the like Atari Microsoft Sam like Speak and Spell like horror game that was making the rounds a few years ago. It got picked up by New Blood, and the third chapter is still in development. And I'm looking forward to playing that because this game looks cool as hell. And when I was at PAX, I decided to pick up the poster, and I got a frame for it that it doesn't fit it. It fit it to spec, but it I think it actually looks pretty good this way. It's a little uneven. I really need to like be better about like aligning my art on my wall, because it's really mishmash. You could definitely tell on a peek, or when you're just like looking at it more extensively, that something's off with it. And this is just like a bunch of random art I had, and I had a spare poster or picture frame, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just grab all this stuff and put it together. These two are cardboard, or I forget what they're called, like some sort of like acrylic prints or whatever of Senju Kahara from Monogatari. She is my wife, you know how it is, yada yada yada. These are kind of like holographic prints from the physical copy of Hotline Miami that I got back in like June or July, and these are just random ass Pokemon cards. These rainbow ones of Marnie and the Team Yell Grunt I got from my brother as a birthday gift, and this Morpeko VMAX thing I actually just pulled from a pack. So I was like, that's cool. I'll put these three together and put them on the wall. And this is a Built to Spill poster. You know, when they were doing their Keep It Like a Secret 20th anniversary tour, you can kind of see this is what the album looks. Actually, you know, hang on, I have this album, so I'll just pull it out real quick. Here it is. Keep It Like a Secret, turn 20. You can see the tickets. Yeah, so we saw them September 27th, 2019. Very cool. And this is her all grown up now. She's a smoker. I don't really appreciate that. I wish she would quit that nasty habit. But you know, she seems to be living a pretty good life in her weird tree village. This is a really just, I don't know, something about this poster is really nice. I like it. Because it takes the continuity of the original art in mind. I don't know. And it also has all of the guest opening acts. When we went to go see them, hang on, it's number 288 by 600, out of 600. That's cool. When we saw them live, Paul and the Tall Trees alongside Prism Bitch were opening for them, and Prism Bitch were really, really fun. If concerts ever exist again, go try and find Prism Bitch playing live, because they rule, man. Alright, we'll go away from the wall art for a bit. We'll go back down here for a second, show you off some of my games. I got some PlayStation 1 games. Bushido Blade, I got the flea market. Metal Gear Solid as well. Rollaway, I got at a Bull Moose. I got this game because Matthew Matosis made a video on this game called Cooler World. And that's just what this is called over here. It's called a Rollaway. Final Fantasy VIII, I bought this, I believe for like 15 bucks. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll finally play Final Fantasy VIII. And I did for a while, and I actually was kind of enjoying it. But then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, and I just dropped it, and I haven't picked it up since. So it might end up like Fire Emblem Echoes, where I finally beat it after years. Heart of Darkness, I actually just picked this up a little while ago. Again, Matthew Matosis did a recommendation video, and this is also by the same director, or this is by Eric Chahi, who did Out of Another World, which you know how much I like that game, so it just made sense for me to pick this up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, just a cool game. We'll talk about that some other day. I can't talk about all these games like this, but you know, kind of my PlayStation collection is kind of lacking. I just don't have as much physical games as maybe I would prefer, at least in regards to those consoles. But I have a couple of PS4 games. I have, of course, Game of the Year 2020, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. You can still find copies. They go on sale for like 40 bucks all the time. Please pick it up and play it. It's an amazing game. Catherine Full Body. I got the Steelbook on launch day. Very cool. Metal Gear Solid 5, One Piece, 2 One Piece games. I can't believe two of my 6 PlayStation 4 games are One Piece games. A third of my PlayStation 4 collection is One Piece. This is the Persona 5 Royal Steelbook. And these are some of my Sega Saturn games that I have physical. I have the Knights with the 3D pad, Panzer Dragoon, Street Fighter Alpha, and this is Japanese copy of Panzer Dragoon 2's Vi. I also have a couple of other games like Grandia and what the fuck is this one? Oh, that's Virtual Fighter 2, I think. And here I have this cute little Sega Saturn model kit. It has a Sakura Wars in it right now. This was like a fun breezy like 2-hour long kit, and it's a really cute little console. It's very accurate to the original. This is a Model 1 Saturn, so that's why it doesn't look exactly like the one I have. But still, I'd love to see more game developers kind of license out their properties like this to just, you know, let I'd love to have like a model kit of the Super Nintendo. This is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I got this very recently. I got it for maybe too much money. It's one of those Wii games that costs a shit ton. But I saw it in the store. I was like, yeah, fuck it, sure, I'll buy it, whatever. I was just feeling kind of flippant that day. These are some of my DS games. Most of the cases, or most of these are actually case only. I actually found a lot of my carts downstairs in the basement, but some of these are still MIA. 3DS games, not all of these are mine, but I took the honor of just storing all the 3DS games. So, you know, we have like Animal Crossing. Hang on, let me get a better look at this. Get you guys a better look at this. Animal Crossing, Bravely Default. I got Cave Story 3D. My sister actually picked this up for me like years ago when this was new, just on a whim, I assume. She knew I liked Cave Story, so she got it. I don't know how rare that game is, but it's still pretty cool to have, even if I don't really like that version. Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates. A lot of these are my brothers' games, like Kid Icarus, Kingdom Hearts, Link Between Worlds, Mario and Luigi. This one's actually mine. Mario Kart, Shin Megami Tensei 4. It's my brother's. Pretty much all the Shin Megami Tensei games here, which is like a small fortune, actually. If you have Shin Megami Tensei on 3DS is like very expensive these days. So we're just sitting on a gold mine right here. Super Mario 3D Land, Smash 3DS, Pokemon Moon, Pokemon X. There's a couple of other 3DS games in the house, but these are most of them. Alright, we'll start from the bottom up. These are, this is a Super Game Boy. This actually doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just doesn't work. But, I still have it. I don't know. These are some Super Famicom games. I've shown these off in the flea market videos. What Terranigma I actually didn't show off. This is a PAL copy. It's a German PAL copy. I thought I could be sneaky and buy a PAL copy of the game and be translated into English. Not true. I was a dummy, and I just bought like a $30 copy of Terranigma in German. I took German in high school. Unfortunately, I didn't take good enough German to know what the fuck anything was happening. I will play this game someday. I will play it. I haven't gotten it spoiled on me. Someday. The rest of these are just kind of, you know, this is just like some Sailor Moon puzzle game, and this is some weird RPG that I can't understand for the life of me. This is Mario and Wario, which is like a game that uses the SNES mouse, and this is just Donkey Kong Country 3. I figured I'd just buy this for like 15 bucks because it's cheaper than the American copy of Donkey Kong Country. And, you know, you don't really need to know English, or you don't really need to know Japanese to play this game, so figured I'd get the cheaper copy. Obviously, I can't talk about every single one of these games, but, you know, I have Out of This World, and I have Prince of Persia in their cases, or in their boxes. Prince of Persia is just loose. It only has the case and the game. But Out of This World is complete in box. And, yeah, 30 bucks I paid for this. Honestly, not a bad deal. And, this is just an instruction manual for Yoshi's Island. I had the game side with it. Pretty much every single, like, Nintendo essential you can think of for the Super Nintendo, I have. I think the only couple ones I'm missing are maybe like Super Punch-Out or whatever, but you know, like Mario, Super Metroid, Mario Kart, A Link to the Past, All-Stars, Final Fantasy, A Link to the Past, all that shit. You know, I have all these. I even actually have ActRaiser, which is pretty cool game. What was this? Actually, no, this isn't Final Fantasy. This is Castlevania 4. Castlevania 4, great-ass game. Very expensive on Super Nintendo these days. I think it's like 50 bucks, which is ridiculous. But yeah. These are some of my GameCube games. I've had many, but these are the ones that have kind of made it over the years. You know, Animal Crossing. Some of these are new purchases, like Killer 7 and Lord of the Rings and stuff. You know, Zelda Collector's Edition. I actually got this from a friend on the cheap. I just saw it in his house, and he was just like, I was like, oh my god, wow, you have this? And he's like, yeah, you want it? And I was like, yes, I do. Thank you. And some of these are just blank cases, unfortunately. I don't know where the copies went, but this is the Wind Waker. It's a shame that these ones are missing their sleeves, because they're good games. It's It's Wind Waker and Metroid Prime. Not very hard to find games, at least Metroid Prime isn't. You know, Mega Man X Collection, very good way to play Mega Man X back in the day. You may notice I have 3 copies of Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door. There's a reason for that. These are not all the 1,000-Year Door. At one point they were. But this one of these doesn't read discs, or it doesn't read anymore. Oh, see, this one's just Mario Sunshine. See what a mess my fucking collection is sometimes. It's just like the posters on my wall. You know, they look fine on appearance, but when you investigate them, you can see the mess that it is. One of these Paper Marios just doesn't read discs, and it's a shame that I don't actually have 3 working copies of 1,000-Year Door, because that's another gold mine I'd be sitting on. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention this. I have 2 copies of Mario Kart Double Dash as well. And I actually have a third one that's just chilling at Liam's house, at my friend Liam's house. And these all work. These are all working copies of Double Dash. And in fact, this one comes with a bonus disc. The reason for this is we wanted to play Double Dash one day, and I ordered it online. And when it came, for some whatever reason, it wouldn't play on my GameCube. I think that's when I figured out that my GameCube stopped working. And my parents were like, all right, we'll return it. They never returned it. What they did is they just bought another one. They bought 2 more, actually. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. It was very nice of them. But it seemed like a little extra. Regardless. They all work. They all actually work. It was just my GameCube that was broken, and now I have 3 copies of Double Dash. The rest, the Prince of Persia trilogy, these games have very compressed, or at least the Sands of Time is very compressed audio on the GameCube. Remake, Resident Evil, Star Fox Adventures, and Melee. Of course, I got Melee. This is another case of a game where I only have the game, I didn't have the case, but my brother drew the Sonic Adventure cover, Chow Garden, get it, and then bonus Sonic Adventure 2. God, honestly, this is pretty funny. Well, the worst part about it, though, is I fucked up the spine thing on the side, where I put it on the top instead of at the bottom. Sonic Adventures, duh. You can kind of see in the bottom, this is the Wii case. This is just some paraphernalia. I got these at a fair. Actually, I got these at the same fair. I got the Duck. It's a Super NES mouse. Gift from Nate. Thank you, Nate. Club Nintendo rewards. Playing cards as seen in the Tectonic experiment. And this is a Super Game Boy 2. I got this when my Super Game Boy 1 didn't work. Fuck. When my Super Game Boy 1 didn't work, I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. Here you go. I got another one. Jesus, man. So loud out. And this one works, and this is what I used to record the Super Mario Land commentary and the Donkey Kong 94 video. So yeah, these are my Switch games. I actually have a lot of Switch games. I was thinking about this a little while ago, about how many of these I have. And some of these are just my siblings or whatever it is, keep them in here. But most of these are mine, including this Panzer Dragoon from Limited Run, whatnot. I'm not going to point out any of these, because, they're Switch games, fucking whatever. You get it. This is my Solid Snake Figma. I actually have him. He's been doing this pose for a very long time now because his stand broke. So this is the only pose he can do. But it works because he's ogling these 2 anime babes. This is Aegis from Persona 3. It's an Alter. I believe it's an Alter Aegis figure. This is the company, Alter. I got this for a pretty decent price off of Mandarake. Mandarake. I don't know exactly how you say it, but it's very nice. It's a very nice statue. It feels faithful to the original game, and also sort of captures Sojima's art, but also isn't nearly as expensive as that one Aegis figure that is like absolutely stunning and looks straight out of Sojima's like art book. But this was a happy compromise. She's doing a cool pose. Yeah, this is Yukiko. I like Yukiko. It's okay if you don't. But yeah, no, she's cute. And this is from the Persona 4 anime, I believe is what it's based off of. No difference to me. The fact that actually people don't like Yukiko is why I was able to get this for like $20, not including shipping, but nice figure, honestly. I like the way her hair sweeps. It makes her look very dignified. These are some of the rest of my figures. I don't have a lot of figures, but I think I got some cool ones. Like I got this. She's waving goodbye. Oh, she's about to fall over. I got this Metroid Prime 3 Corruption Samus. I'm gonna try and see if I can put this back on. Yeah, I got this because for a long time the only Figma of Samus you could get was of her other M design, and I was like, no, thank you. So I was like, no, fuck that. I got Mr. Phoenix Wright. He's doing his funny pose, like, oh, I fucked up. Lily. This is I forget the fuck it is. It's a Kotobukiya, I think. Figure of Lily. And she's like, oh my god, Cosma, Nibby, get back in the bag, what the fuck? Very nice figure. I'd say the only problem is that the stand is a little cheap. But, it's very nice and detailed. I like it a lot. You can kind of see the box I have in the back. These are some pins from Club Nintendo. But this is the Hotline Miami physical edition box alongside with the Wonderful 101 Kickstarter slipcase. I have this here because if I put this with the other Switch games, it sticks out like a sore thumb. So I was like, fuck it, I'll leave this right here. Put it right next to my copy of Devil May Cry that I got signed by Kamiya and Inaba of Platinum Games when I went to PAX when they were promoting Wonderful 101. So the Wonderful 101 remastered, and I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have to do this. So I grabbed Devil May Cry for my collection, and I got them to sign it, and it's really cool. Every single time I see it, I'm like, damn, that's sick as fuck. I can't believe that happened. It's awesome, man. This is the Limited Run Games Valhalla Switch edition. Very nice. And this is Zelda 2. It's just Zelda 2, nothing special. These are some of the boxes. I got like a little Jill plush. This is the CD case to Queens of the Stone Age, Era Vulgaris. It's an album, by stoner rock band Queens of Stone Age, and it's just got it's the front cover to the album, but on the back side is just like this cool little poster. It's really grungy and shitty looking. I actually really like it a lot, and Era Vulgaris is a great album, so happy to have this. Next up, Andrew Mcmahon in the Wilderness. Every year he does a Dear Jack benefit concert. Because he in like 2005 or 6 or something, he was diagnosed with leukemia. Since then he's recovered, but he does this program for young adults and adults alike for like cancer treatment or whatever. It's very cool. It's a very cool thing. He does a benefit show every year. I went to the 9th annual one in Boston, 2018. The poster kind of cuts off the date right there, which is a shame. But yeah, cool poster. And something that's funny about it is that it kind of matches with these decals that came with the room. Maybe you can't tell because of the color balance, but this wall is pink. This is very clearly a girl's room. It was either this room or a room downstairs, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just take the fucking pink room. I don't care. I've actually grown to like the pink room. I think it has a character to it, All right, I'm gonna stop this video, and I'm gonna pick this back up. And when we do, we're gonna find out what the fuck has been playing periodically in the background. What's spinning over there? Ooh. It's stopped spinning, or it's stopped playing for probably like 10 minutes now. I'm also going to change the SD card because this is getting way too long. What is it? What is it? Why, yes. It is the Alien Soldier soundtrack. Congratulations on guessing. I figured I'd pick something that might not get content claimed. If I play it in the background, I figure Alien Soldier's good. And I'm not going to go through every single one of my records. Maybe someday when I'm feeling like a particular fucking maniac, I will just do that. Maybe I'll live stream it. But no, absolutely not. I'll give you guys a bit of a peek though. I got almost six cubbies full of records at this point. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to be like, alright, enough is enough. I'm going to have to start selling these fuckers. I'm not quite at that point just yet, and... Oh, what's that? Oh, who knows? Who knows what those are? Who knows what those are? Actually, I forgot to talk about this. This is a gift from my friend Avange. It's a Senju Kuhara figure. Thank you very much, Avange. Actually never had one of these until now. And it's cute, she's sitting on the playground. Now this drawer, I've had this piece of furniture for over 20 years. It's a very sturdy piece of furniture. I like it a lot. It's a shame that now what it is used for is probably one of the most stupidest things in the world. It is used to store clothes. My clothes. Not in these compartments. This just has random shit. This has underpants. And this has clothes that I don't really wear. So what the fuck? I need to do something about this, but now is not the time. This is, of course, the turntable. If you'll indulge me for a minute, I'm gonna stop this so I can show you guys the stickers I have on top of these things. I think I saw someone on Ribbit do this a while ago with their dust cover, just like kind of like plaster it with stickers. And I'll tell you one, it took a lot of courage to start, like, it's gotten to a point. I've covered up all the space, all the regular space with stickers, and now it's just like, well, what stickers do I cover up? And now I'm still sort of struggling to do that. But I think this looks pretty sweet, even if when it's playing music you don't see it. You can kind of see, like, you know, Super Metroid. And there's actually some that sneak on the side here. There's like a Bull Moose one, and a Castlemania Games. They're like a retro dealer, retro games dealer, seller. Why do I keep calling them dealer? It feels like a drug thing. Anyway. Yeah, you gotta be careful, like, fucking with the dust cover while the record's spinning, because then it'll start if I, like, fuck with anything on the shelf, it'll affect the turntable. Something I learned the hard way at my old house, because it had a hardwood floor, so any movement in my room would cause the turntable to skip. So for months, I just wouldn't play records. Thankfully, the carpet is enough of a dampener to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. I also think the fact that it's kind of in like a nook area helps out. So this is probably like the best spot to have my turntable. That's one of the reasons why I wanted this room, because it had this little nook area where I was like, ah, yes, that's where the turntable will go. And you can see it's kind of slightly off to the side. The reason for that is because that is the only way the dust cover will reach its neutral position when lifted up. Otherwise, it gets kind of hit by the side. So it's not it's technically not the perfect place for it, but it's the best place in the room, I'd say, for it. As for this, just random assortment of books. I'm obviously not going to go through all of these. Some of my favorites, though, like House of Leaves, Count of Monte Cristo, Brave New World, Mike Love. You know, just stuff like that. I have anything from, and oh, here's my other monster collection, just because I couldn't fit it anywhere else. I have some music biographies, autobiographies even, some comics. You know, like Cheesy Manfredo's Filmverse, Ben Saint's The Vapors. In fact, I can actually show off the covers to this, because I kickstarted his book. So what he did, as if you pledge a certain amount, he'd give you like a little drawing. I've shown these on Twitter before, but I'll show these again. You know, I just asked him to draw one of the main characters, Magda, smiling, because, you know, Magda, she's cute, she deserves better than whatever the fuck is happening in her terrible life. And the second chapter, I asked him to draw, you're going to see a theme with this here, I asked him to draw this character, Pastel Defender Heliotrope, you know, doing like the Ray smile. I was like, that'd be kind of cool. Because Pastel Defender Heliotrope I actually like her design a lot. Because I like the Hime cut. You know, the one where like the bangs kind of go like that. If you don't know what the fuck Pastel Defender Heliotrope is, go look up Ben Saint's, oh my god, what the fuck is her name? I'm blanking on her name. The Kokoro Wish girl. He did a whole lecture on her, and he also gave me the... Oh, fuck me. He also gave me this communism dollar. Thank you, Ben. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, but thank you, comrade, I guess. That's some other cool books. I got the Ghost House Guide to Ghosts. A small little book of art of Marnie from Pokemon. The Martian. Hey. And also, here's just a fuck ton of Game Informer, strategy guides, Nintendo Powers, the Venture Bros art book from seasons 1 through 6, I think. Hashtag bring back Venture Bros. But I think the coup de grace. Oh god, these things are gonna... The problem with the magazines is that they like to fall over themselves. The coup de grace, really though, is got to be... is this... Hang on, I gotta find a cool one. Uh-oh, I'm not gonna be able to find a cool one, am I? Ah, that one's kinda cool. Oh, fuck it, man. Fuck it. High Times. I have a shit ton of High Times articles from the 90s because my parents used to read it, I guess. I don't know. I found them in a, Oh, that's really good. Hollyweed. Remember that, guys? Remember when the sign to Hollywood turned into Holly? I swear I've never seen this before. I've never thumbed through these. Remember like a few years ago where some guy was like, dude, what if I change the Hollyweed? Turns out High Times, July 98, was like, bro, we're way ahead of you on that shit. Yeah, I found these in my basement years ago, and I thought it was really funny. And my dad was like, throw those away. And I was like, no, make me. And now I have them. Star Ocean, Till the End of Time guide, Final Fantasy VII guide. I got this from the flea market a few years ago. I actually kind of wanted to mention this in the JRPG video, but I just never... It just didn't really seem apt to. But I got this for $5 from some guy. Come to find, looking up online, this guide is worth like $80. I actually used this strategy guide to play the game, for the record. I don't know if that makes me like a fake fan that I used a strategy guide to find out what where the what materia I needed to find and whatnot. The way I justified it in my head instead of just looking up a walkthrough was that, oh, it's retro. I'm just doing what I would have done back in the day. It was cool. It's a pretty decent guide. It gets some things wrong, but I don't know if that's because it's the PC version or whatever. But for the most part, David Cassidy, thank you for your service. You are appreciated. These are just where I store my record sleeves. I wish they weren't so pushed out like that. I'll put that back in. And these are just some of my D&D source books and other things like Cyberpunk. The new Cyberpunk Red, I just got this. I'm actually really psyched to read it. But yeah, I don't really have anywhere else to put these, so I'll just say, oh, fuck it, they'll go over here. And right here... Oh, what could this be? Who knows? This is just this little book I got. It was a gift from Liam. It's like a leather-bound, like, parchment book. I write stuff in it. You'll need to see what it is now. Oh, okay. I got these at the flea market too. This is High Fidelity and Donnie Darko posters, both great movies. High Fidelity, I actually got the poster way before I saw the movie. I only saw it like a few months ago. Great movie. You think, you know, I collect records, you'd think I would have seen this earlier, but, you know, I don't know, just things didn't work out that way. This is a trash bag. It's where I throw my trash. Outside of that, it's also where I store my lanyards. Like this lanyard I got from the Valhalla zine. I'm gonna put that right there for now. This lanyard was from Shine 2018 when I went to that. It was a lot of fun. This was from PAX East. I can't read Roman numerals, so I'm not sure which one that is. They both have Final Fantasy 14 lanyards because they just give those away. I think this was alright. Yeah, this was 2020. This is PAX 2020. This is the one I met Vinny at. And got the Devil May Cry thing signed. This is also the last thing I ever did before the world ended. So it's a cool keepsake. Never gonna get one of those again. And this was from PAX 2019. That's cool. I'd like to have more of these lanyards, but I haven't gone to a lot of cons, you know? So for now, they just kind of chill here. Cons or tournaments, whatever you want to fucking call it. Behind the trash bin. This is where I keep my tripod that I used to record the flea market stuff. This is just another tube that I should probably throw away. And this is the guitar stand that I need to assemble. And this, I've been kind of dreading showing this because I actually cleaned my room a bit. So you guys didn't have to see this, but fuck, yep. Yep. I know. It's a fucking mess. I just throw crap on here. I don't pretend that this is for anything. This is kind of where I put, you know, is where I put my wallet, where I put my DS and my masks. And my alarm clock that I haven't used in forever, so it still hasn't been reset from the last time the power went out. That's where I keep my hats. This hat as seen in the Super Adventure Island 2 video. This thing I just wear on the regular, my scarf, my Built to Spill hat. This is my change hat. It's like a little top hat, I don't know if you can tell. It's like a top hat. It's where I put my change, and among other assorted things. I have accrued quite a bit of it over the years. Yeah, I just, whenever I have spare change, I throw it in there. I'm sure there's probably at least 20 bucks in there at this point. Alright, poster, or sort of wall scroll time. This is a Yu Yu Hakusho wall scroll I got from the flea market for $5. $5 I got for this thing. The one thing that was wrong with it was this thing was not attached. Come to find out that this thing, you can just pull this off and just reattach it. So like, this guy was selling a perfectly fine wall scroll for $5. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take this. Fuck yeah. Love Yu Yu Hakusho. Great deal. This mess of a top also has drawers. It's also equally more of a mess. It's just kind of where I put random shit. You know, some like the Pokemon box, some decals, Pokemon cards, fucking the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. These are actually some nice ass Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I should probably sleeve up. I've just been lazy. More. Just like, this is probably the most random drawer. It's got top loaders. It's got stomach relief, like Pepto-Bismol. How old is this? Can this even expire? I don't know. I should keep that in mind next time I have some sort of indigestion, though. This is my card binder. I guess I can show this off a bit. Ooh, man. You know, I got like, fuck. Yeah, you know, I got the God cards. You got a bunch of Blue Eyes White Dragons. You know, all that shit. They were kind of in order for a bit, but then you can tell I got lazy again, and they just sort of start going back to normal, or they just start going in haphazardly. Oh, like this one. Yeah, I got a Minerva, and I got this. French Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix. I know it's not a good card, but it's cool in French, so you know, no problems with that. Some other Light Sworns I got. A Malefic Stardust Dragon. I actually got this from my brother. And I also have a couple of holographic Pokemon cards here at the end. You know, nothing impressive. But whatever. It's kind of cool to thumb through every once in a while. This is just an assortment of shit. It's where I have my Sega Genesis games now. I used to have them displayed, but I never play my Genesis. My Genesis is in the basement. But I got all these games in the box from my friend Brian for pretty cheap, so I'm grateful for that. Because I didn't have Sonic 3 until that point. And these are just loose carts that that came with my Genesis that I paid like I paid $40 for a Genesis at a thrift store. And it came with all the cords, a couple of controllers, a Game Boy link cable for some reason, and these 8 games. I think I got a pretty good deal off that. These are some of my N64 games. I can't just show you them. I'd have to pull them all out. Just, you know, I got most of them. This is my Solid Snake Figma case. I got some Yu-Gi-Oh! More Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. You're gonna see a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! In here. That's just like sealed away out of shame. This is even more random. There's more Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes, Legendary Collection, some Ultra Pro, top loaders, my Super NT box. It's kind of a classy box, so I didn't really feel like throwing it away. Some Wii cords and a toothbrush. You know, if I ever need to replace my toothbrush, I know where to look. Finally, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, more fucking top loaders. I need to just get rid of these. I just need to get rid of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, because, like, I haven't looked at it in forever. And the Dark Souls board game. I'm actually going to be a fucking psychopath and take this out, because I want to show you all something. I want to show you all something really cool about this Dark Souls board game. The game itself, I've played it once. I played the board game once with my brothers, and we didn't really understand what was happening. But what I did is I put everything that needed to be separated and stuff into little zippy bags and labeled them. That's not the cool part, though. Oh man, it's kind of a mess in here. I don't think they're supposed to be like this. Whatever. Here's the cool part. I got my friend Simon to paint some of these guys. So here's Ornstein. Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Here is the Gargoyle. I think he did. I think the Gargoyle is probably the one he did the best job on. Because this looks straight out of the games, man. It's so good. Focus, you fucker. But yeah. He did a couple of other ones. You can see the dancer here. And Smo. But it's kind of, as you can clearly see, it's a mess in this fucking thing. But yeah, this board game was pretty pricey. So, kind of a waste of cash for it to just kind of like rot in the drawer somewhere. I don't know how I'd go about selling this. My idea was that I would just use the miniatures for D&D, but I also haven't really done that either. So, sorry. Oh my god. We're actually almost done. Isn't that insane? I can't believe this has taken me like an hour. I really thought I could just bang this out in 20 minutes. This is a shitty nightstand that I've had for fucking ever. I need to get rid of it. It's so gross. This is a light that I took from the old house that we lived in. What's cool about it is you press this button and it goes off. I have it pointed against the wall because it's kind of strong. Alright. Here are some more. Here's the last of the wall art. I'm actually running out of battery. Fuck me, I gotta speed this up. This is Patrick Miguel artwork. He did the artwork for the cover of Rio by Duran Duran. I think he looks really. I think he does really cool, or did really cool artwork. So I was like, fuck it. I'll get some of his stuff. And I got it from his website for like maybe $20 or something after shipping. This is the Realm of Taldore map from Critical Role. It's the fictional world of the D&D show Critical Role. from the first campaign. I have it in this really nice, really sturdy metal frame that's actually as seen on the Sega Saturn, the Sega Saturn thing. Come on, zoom in, you fuck. That frame right there I'm holding is none other than this frame right here. So it's made a journey, and I would like to say, like, I usually don't like it when there's creases in my poster, as seen on this Valhalla one right here that I'm just gonna talk about right now. Cool poster, but the creases kind of bother me. But for some reason on this one, I think it works pretty well because it makes it feel a little more old-timey in a way. You know, like it's seen some shit. So I think it complements it well. It's kind of dingy. So yeah, you know, the Valhalla one came with the limited run games thing. Not much to say, just like Valhalla. So I have this right here. This is a double-sided, like, David Spade, Chris Farley, like, printout that I got from a local guy. I think his name's This Frog or whatever. Maybe you can find him on Twitter. I don't know. And this is like a Wu-Tang Clan, like, little scroll thing that I got as a gift as well. You know, I like Wu-Tang Clan, so I put them right here. Ugh. And that's the room. Oh, here's my bed. Here's my bed. This is where I sleep in. And again, maybe it's not showing up well, but through fate, through happenstance, I have been bequeathed pink pillowcase and sheets. So I've embraced the pink lifestyle. I don't know what that means. And you can see there's like this little bump here. My secret is exposed. This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup man. I just call him Reese. This was a friend of mine. This was Liam's years ago. His family was going to throw him away. They were going to throw him into the trash. And I was like, no, he will come with me. And I've been using him as a body pillow ever since. It's simultaneously funny and also kind of nice, you know. Like, I've had body pillows for years, and he's the one who's lasted the longest. So I think that's everything, right? Yeah, that's pretty much Oh, wait, hang on. What's this? Huh? What's this? I completely forgot to talk about this. Oh my god. Oh, it's an OLED? It's an LG CX OLED TV 4K? Oh my gosh. No way. This is insane. Oh my god. I can't really show much of this right now because you wouldn't really be able to, like, get it. But yeah, I just got this thing. It was not cheap, but I was looking for a new TV anyway, so I figured I would splurge hardcore. And this thing is so thin on the edge right here. When me and my brother were putting this together, when we were setting this thing up, like putting it on the stand and stuff, we were terrified of this thing falling over. In fact, while we were trying to assemble the stand, this part kind of lilted and started to tip over a bit. I had to catch it by the screen, and it scared the shit out of me that I would get, like, dead pixels or something on the screen. But nope, everything's fine, sweetie, everything's fine. Everything is fine, sweetie. But yeah, this is the 4K OLED. I have the switch is kind of in the back here. I've barely fucked with it. The Switch main maybe I can show off the Switch main menu. I don't know if it'll take over this camera, but this menu looks so blurry. It says it's in 1080p. And like, the Switch is the dark sign. It is just, or not the Switch, sorry. The OLED is actually just the dark sign, because now I understand all the people complaining about like, oh, we need 4K, we need the 4K, we need the Super Switch, we need the Switch Pro. I agree now. I just agree now. Yes, you're right. We need 4K on the Switch. We need a Switch Pro model. We need it stat, because this shit is so ugly to look at. And the games, oh god. God forbid the games, man. Okay. I think that will do it. I think that will actually do it. We went all around the room. My tea, I just realized my tea will now get cold. Or is cold now. I'll have to nuke it in the microwave. So this is my room from head to toe. It's kind of a small room. But something about it, you know, it's kind of cozy in a way. Like, I have all sorts of sectors for stuff. You know, I got you know, the computer stuff. This is where the television entertainment stuff is. You know, this is where my music is. This is where the trash is, and this is where the other trash is. So thank you for watching this incredibly long, rambly room tour that I've been telling myself I was wanting to do for literal years now, and now I've finally done it. Bye. Bye. See ya. See you around. Bye.